Welcome to Learning Isn't Linear. Today we're going to talk about the fundamental theorem of consumer math. Human beings have a dual nature in many different categories, and one such category is economics. And within this category, we are both consumers and producers. Can you think of other ways in which human beings have a dual nature? We are both good and evil. We act smart and dumb. We are at times happy or sad. What does it mean to be a consumer? What does it mean to be a producer? Human beings have arrived on Earth with everything we need to live. It was all produced for us. To be a consumer means we eat food, we buy purses or bags at the store, and we purchase books online. But more generally, being a consumer means we use resources we ourselves or others have produced. We try not to waste food, we try not to waste time, we try not to waste money. Being a proper consumer means we are wise stewards of the resources we are given. In direct parallel with the above examples, to be a producer means we grow the food, design and sew the purses, and write and publish books. More generally, being a producer means creating products or providing services through work. If no one makes the products, then there's nothing to consume. Therefore, it all starts with the producer. It should be noted as well that we can say human beings are also transformers because, for example, we did not create the trees, but we transformed them into other products like chairs. In order for the economic cycle to continue, we need to both consume and produce. Wants or desires and needs drive our consumption and production, but especially our consumption. So what do we really need? However, what do you think we should do more of and why? How should we analyze this question? On an individual level, what is our responsibility? If each person consumes more than they produce, then the net effect is negative, in the sense that resources run out, creating dire circumstances, or we go into debt. If each person consumes equal to the amount they produce, then similarly, the net effect is zero, leaving nothing to spare for hard times. The only alternative left is that people should strive to produce more than they consume, or at the very least, consume less than they produce. This produces a positive net effect in the sense that we have resources saved up in the case of unfortunate times, and we can give away supplies to those less fortunate. This argument produces what may be called the fundamental theorem of consumer math. This mathematical inequality mirrors exactly this common maxim in economics. Live below your means. This phrase is worth analyzing carefully. Living below your means putting boundaries on what you consume, buy, eat, watch, etc. This is usually done by making a monthly budget based on your income. I have to pay the bills, buy the groceries, and so on. Additionally, do you see the association here? The word live is associated with consume, and the word means is associated with the word produce. Being a producer should mean that you do work that serves and helps other people. You can be a good producer or a bad producer. Here's the classification. A scammer creates cheap products or services that do not even work, cheap entertainment. The inventor creates and sells working products or services at reasonable prices that help other people. The ill-intentioned creates destructive content, products, or services. And there's sort of a fourth category. Some people can be ignorant, but the results come out the same as a scammer. Here's a classification of the consumer. You can be 1, a Scrooge, too cheap, does not give to charities, does not even buy what is needed. You can be 2, even-keeled, buy what is needed and a few things that are wanted. Or 3, you can be a spendthrift, spends too much money, resources are wasted, such as food, invests mainly in liabilities rather than assets. The understanding of this human framework now forms the basis for doing mathematical calculations in order to achieve a certain outcome. This is because, in some sense, everything has a moral undergirding, even the math calculations themselves. And then finally, supply and demand is a common phrase in economics. In the phrase supply and demand, producer is associated with supplier, and consumer is associated with demand. The consumer wants this, or more intensely, demands it. Since economics is connected with human desires, then it is also connected with theology. Ed Welch has talked and written extensively about this idea of asymmetry, boundaries, and inequality in regard to love. We want to love just a little bit more than we want to be loved or liked by others. An equivalent phrasing as an inequality is need people less, consume, love people more, produce. Thanks for watching. Be sure to pick up your copy of the book Learning Isn't Linear, the complete problem, solution, and project book for students, teachers, and parents. There's great illustrations inside accompanying each problem. Pick up your copy today. If you are learning from the free resources from this channel, then you'll love my book Learning Isn't Linear, available on Amazon.com. It contains crisp illustrations to accompany non-standard problems with extremely detailed solutions. The link is in the description. If you get the ebook version using the Kindle, there are clickable links throughout the book to Desmos and GeoGebra projects. It is very easy to search within the book for specific topics. As you can see, chapters range from algebra to calculus. Whether you are a self-motivated student solving problems on your own, or a teacher preparing for a math class, this book is a valuable resource to add to your repertoire. Okay, till next time, and remember, prioritize long-term learning over short-term test taking.